Well, now that I've stopped crying, we can talk about it. What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Will, and I'm back to give my quick review for How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. This is the third and the final How to Train Your Dragon movie, at least from what I can tell. It is the final movie in the trilogy, which I've got to say I'm a huge fan of this trilogy. I have been since the first one came out back in 2010. This is directed by Dean DuBois, and I'm so sorry, sir, if I mispronounced your last name. But this is a fantastic movie. It's stellar. I want to first mention the animation. The animation looks so polished and so well done. Compared to the original movie back in 2010, you can tell how much the technology has grown since 2010, and we get these really beautiful shots in the movie. Especially there's a shot towards the middle of the movie where Astrid and Hiccup are flying through the hidden world. This is not a spoiler. This was actually within the trailer. And the bioluminescent lighting that they use, especially on the dragons, as well as just the scenery and the surrounding, looked gorgeous. I loved it. The story is the conclusion of the trilogy that started back with the first movie. The movie does focus primarily on Hiccup and Toothless, as all the other ones have, and how their relationship has grown over the course of the last two movies. And it's really about, and the whole franchise has been about this. It's a coming of age story for Hiccup, but this movie primarily focused on Toothless and his growth as the alpha and leader of the dragons. And it really focuses on Toothless and Hiccup's relationship and how it's evolved and grown and where they need to go to basically fulfill their destinies. Hiccup has always relied on Toothless and vice versa ever since they both first met, and now they're at points where they need to be able to pretty much stand on their own and be their own people, or people and dragon. We're introduced to the Light Fury, which is a female Night Fury, and that's incredibly adorable watching Toothless try to court this beautiful dragon. And it really boils down to Hiccup learning that even though his dream is to have dragons and humans living together, it might not be the dream that everyone should have. And it's a touching ending to the franchise. I did cry. Not hardcore cry, but I teared up. It was beautiful. I loved it. Gave me flashbacks to any Pokemon fans out there when Ash had to let go of Butterfree. It's kind of similar to that, but overall, I really love the movie. I think because the story focuses so much on Hiccup and Toothless, a lot of the supporting cast is kind of left to the wayside, mainly Hiccup's friends and the other dragon riders. His relationship with Astrid continues and progresses to its inevitable natural conclusion. I think that out of a lot of trilogies or a lot of movie franchises, this is still one of the best franchises of the last 10 years. I think the character development for all the characters was really well done. The main story focused on Hiccup's growth from just a nerdy teenager not living up to his father to being the leader of his people and changing the world through a friendship. It's a coming of age. It's the tale of two opposites coming together, showing that friendship and love can change the world. And that's a really good message, especially nowadays. I will say the villain's kind of just there and serves its purpose. And from a lot of movies that can be a knock, but this wasn't about that. This was about wrapping up their story. And you don't see that in a lot of movies nowadays, because a lot of franchises or a lot of studios feel that franchises need to just kind of continue on, and eventually they kind of overstay their welcome. You don't see a lot of just straight up 3 movie trilogies, from a satisfying beginning to a satisfying conclusion. And this movie franchise has had 3 great, strong movies. All 3 of them, I looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes, they all have over 90%. They're beloved by fans, spun off 2 television series. And if you were invested in the characters and the franchise, this will definitely tug at your heartstrings, especially with the ending. I loved it. I thought it was a great way to wrap up everyone's story. I won't say it leaves it open for a continuation, because I think it gave a beautiful epilogue to show that these characters are going to have a great future. Maybe we won't see it, but that's okay. And I think the director crafted a beautiful trilogy. My hat's off to you, sir. I loved it. I cried. Not many movies make me cry, but I cried. And God, I love Toothless. He's so cute. Well, that is my review. It's a quick review of How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. I hope you've had a chance to see it in theaters as well. If you have, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts were of the movie. Or you can hit me up on Twitter at DGeekWill, and I'd love to talk to you about it. And till next time, catch you later.